If you're going to bring in the information and not act on it, you're wasting your time. I think that for any company to say, well, we have the industry-leading product, they need to be really transparent that it really is, because the public's going to call them out on that. And it's happening to us, and then we need to be prepared to respond with why we are doing or not doing whatever practice it is. The one thing that I really believe in terms of the community or working with the public is that, and it ties into the social media monitoring, is if you're going to listen and you're going to actually make that active listening happen, you need to consider, what are you going to do with that information? If you're going to bring in the information and not act on it, you're wasting your time. If you're going to take part in the social media space and not listen to what the people are telling you in the feedback, again, you're just wasting your time. And you're going to go away. They will help you go away. But the public has so much information for you, and they can definitely help you. And so I guess it's really important, if you're going to be a player, you need to make sure that you're walking the talk, the same talk that your salespeople are spreading in your marketing message. So I think that we are going to be shifting definitely. I'm going to start over. I think that one of the biggest challenges in embracing social media is for a company to lower the silos, collaborate internally, and work together. And then that last big leap is to go out and participate online. And the frontline people are already, interacting with the customers. But empowering them is a challenge. So I think first, the company has to culturally shift, and they need to trust their employees. They need to respect them, and there has to be a mutual respect going back and forth between management and the employees. And if the employees are empowered, that's one thing. But for example, if somebody writes a blog post, it's so frustrating to have the public relations department and legal and whatever, hanging over it saying, well, it has to sit in draft form, and then, we'll get to it, and we will, revise it, and we'll make the messaging perfect. That isn't social media. Social media is happening right now. But I think that many companies are going to have a difficult time embracing it simply because internally they're not transparent. My definition of community is a little bit broader than most people's. And community is about people, most definitely. And I think that many people have this narrow focus that a community is on a corporate property, such as a forum for customer service or something like that. And my definition is very broad. I believe that community is the customers, whether they're on a property, or I think that more importantly is all those customers that are out moving around, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, and social networks, wherever they're at. Many of them choose to be at properties that are of their choice. So you need to go where they are at, rather than the adage of, we will build it, they will come. So I think that that's the first piece. And then from there, really, the next most important piece is that there are the staff. And if you view them as part of the community too, they are really the most important piece that needs to be focused on. Because staff need to be collaborating, they need to be working together, and there needs to be a sense of trust and respect internally too. And so I see the role of community manager, community director, whatever, so many titles, as essentially a person who is liaising with the staff internally, providing them with training, resources, encouraging them to use social media tools, providing them with best practices. And then working externally with the customers, with potentials, working with sales, helping sales. I have a phrase that I can open doors, but I don't close. And so I end up being the face out in the public for the company. Now, I have shifted my thought. I thought that a community person should know all of the products inside and out and really, be that person, be the voice. But that isn't scalable. So I am including the product marketing managers, and we are working towards finding key people in the company who are going to be those voices out there with me. And we are also empowering all of our staff to be out contributing, participating in the social media sphere. And so I think that for any company that has many complex products, they need to find their key people and ensure that they know the best practices and are able to go out and participate, contribute, and have the discussions. And it's the best way to build thought leadership, establish the brand in terms of visibility, in terms of contributing resources, and do the translation into the company of what the customers need, and then back out from the company, back out to the public.